See, I think many evangelical Christians really have never understood the destiny of our faith. We stop halfway. We never really make the journey to the end. Let me explain what I mean. In John 14, verse 6, which is a kind of favorite text for evangelicals. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Now, many evangelicals stop there. I am the way, the truth, the life. It's a tremendous statement, but it's incomplete. Because if Jesus is the way, where is he the way to? What's the destination if Jesus is the way? He's not the destination. What is the destination? The rest of the verse tells us, no one comes to the Father except by me. Jesus said, I am the way, but the destination is the Father. Now, I have encountered thousands of evangelical and charismatic Christians and Christians of all sorts who are born again, who know Jesus as Savior and Lord. Their lives are committed to Him, but they've never completed the journey. They've never really come to know the fatherhood of God. In John 17, that famous high priestly prayer of Jesus, he brings this out as the ultimate revelation of the gospel. It's the fatherhood of God. John 17, verse 1, he says, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son also may glorify you. That title, Father, occurs 6 times in this prayer. It's the theme of the prayer. And then in verse 6, he says, I have manifested your name to the men whom you have given me out of the world. What name did Jesus manifest? Not the name Jehovah. The Jewish people had known that for 14 centuries. What was the name that was new, that's almost unknown in the Old Testament? Only about 3 places in the Old Testament. What is the name? Father, that's right. I have manifested you as Father to these people. And then the last verse of that amazing prayer says this, I have declared to them your name and will declare it. The revelation is not complete, but it's begun, that the love with which you loved me may be in them and I in them. What will bring this love to fruition and fulfillment is the revelation of God as Father. I realize in my own Christian experience, for many years, I never really saw the destination. Partly because though I had a good father, one who really cared for me and provided for me, my relationship with him was distant. He was an officer in the British Army. During much of my boyhood, he was in India and I was in England. And so in a way, I never really knew the intimate, warm relationship that a boy should have with his father. Consequently, I didn't realize what was waiting for me in God. I was wonderfully saved. I was serving the Lord, but I hadn't made the journey to the end because the destination is not Jesus, it's the Father. If you studied the ministry of Jesus, everything he did was to attract attention to the Father. Every miracle he worked, every word he preached, he gave the Father the glory.